Hello and welcome to Cloud Solutions Tech. In this video, I am going to show you how to store, or let me say how to make a graph using the overall or the average of the test. So for this, we are going to go back again to the configure section. Go back. This is where everything is happening inside of the configuration. So we'll go back and configure. Before doing that, let me quickly show you something. What happens when we do Maven test? So when we do Maven test, right, something is happening behind the scenes, right? So what's happening behind the scene is that Maven is actually generating a report, and that report is an XML file. And with the information, you can find the information right there inside of this file right here. That is where you find the file. So let's go ahead and get into this directory right here. So let's see the Surefire report /l. All right. So in this file right here, you can see this file right here, text-com.mycompany.app.apptest.xml. So this guy right here, this XML file, which is the result of your test that you ran. From here, we actually can reach this our target folder in the root, because the workspace is the root of this job, right? The workspace right here is the root of this job, which is right here. So we can reach this because of this right here. Let me go back and do. All right, so this is actually the root of our workspace right here, right? We do ls, so we see that is the root of our workspace. So Jenkins is actually taking this pom.xml, and it means that you can do something like, it means from here we don't have to cd inside, right? You can do something like this and say target, and then we can go directly into this place, and then we'll do / this, right? So we can find all the files that we have inside of that Surefire report. So this is the relative part, right? But I showed you, like the long process of getting into it, for those that are not familiar with Linux, but you can easily, get to it, from here like this. So that's the relative part. So we can use it because remember that our job execution is happening in the folder. So we are going to copy this this part, right? Because in this part right here is the file with the report. So let's say in this case now, we just want only what is ending with XML, right? Let's take it down, because if you look at this place, this one is ending in txt, right? But we don't want that. So let's say XML. All right. So now it's giving us only this file, right? So what we're gonna do now is just copy this part right here. Okay. So before we do that, let's configure our job first. And for this now, let's add a post build action, right? So in the post build action, this post build action right here, we have different types of post build action, but the post build action that we want to use right now is publish JUnit test result, right? JUnit test result report. That is the one we are going to be using. It's going to ask us where is the report located, right? It's a test report XML. So where is this test? Where is this located, right? So let's go back and copy. We just come here like this, copy the part and put the part right here. So that is the location of our file, which means this is the file that is going to be using, this one right here, the XML, right? That is the file that is going to be using. All right, so it's going to take this file and then create a file and then create a graph, right, using this particular file. So that is, very simple, so that is all we have to do. So we're just going to save it. So in order for our graph to appear, right here, so we are going to build about, let's say maybe between 5 to 6, 7 times our graph is going to appear. So right now we have how many build history here? We have 5. So let's start. So that's 6 coming up. Let's do another build now. That should be 7. Let's do another one, which should be 8. And then we'll do another one, which should be 9. We'll do another one, which should be 10. So from 10 to 11 build history, we should see our graph coming up. Alright, so let's just wait. So very soon a graph is going to appear here, showing here. So let's just wait. So very soon a graph is going to appear here, showing the behavior of our test. So let me also refresh. Alright, so it's loading. So right here, this is our graph right here, showing the result of our test. So we did the first one, which was 6. We did the second one. We can see we did the third one. We did the fourth one. We did the fifth one, right? So we refresh now. We should have the 11th one coming up there as well. You see? So this is pretty nice. So right here, we can see the test result trend, right? Which is something like a graph, that actually tells you how the tests are going. So if you have an error, it's going to appear here. You see right now it's showing 0 failure, so you can have like an overview. I mean, you can have like an overview of how your test is behaving, right? So that will be it for this video. So the purpose of this video is just to show you how to have your test result in graph to be able to see, what is the behavior of your test. So now, you've learned how to save and then also record the state of your test and display the information using a graph, right? So that'll be it for this video. See you in the next lesson. So in the next lesson now, I'll be showing you how to archive the last successful active file, and then how you can also send email notification about the status of your project. See you in the next lesson.